Hello and welcome to Nikoji Productions. My name is Jordan and today we are going to be unboxing the OFNA Ultra Lx2. Now this is a ready-to-run off-road 1/8 scale nitro buggy. This is our very first nitro buggy and we got it with the thought of just bashing it around, using it however we so choose. Just as a bash around vehicle, more than a racer, just to kind of get us into the hobby. Now it should be noted that the footage you are seeing was shot a few years back when we actually first got the vehicle. We shot it with the thinking that yes, we will eventually put this up on our YouTube channel once we have it up and running, and then I would do a voiceover. So that is what I'm doing right now, but it is old footage, just to let you know. Now without further ado, let's get to the unboxing. Okay, so of course, first things first, looking at the box, it looks like a really nice box, really colorful, showing you kind of everything it has to offer. But one thing that really stands out to us is actually the body type. Now we got this off Nitro House for about $360, and that's with shipping added to the price there. So we got a pretty good deal on it compared to the retail at the time. But on nitrohouse.com, the actual body that was shown was actually the orange type. Now, when picking up this vehicle, we kind of thought, okay, that's probably going to be our least favorite features, the orange body. That will probably replace it at some point. And we saw elsewhere that there was a black body, and we thought, how cool would it be if we could actually get that black body? Unfortunately, we thought, like, Nitro House only gave us the orange. But looking at this here, it is showing the black body. So we are very curious about what could actually be inside. So opening the box for the first time, we see that yes, we do indeed get the black body. We are just like jumping for joy here in the background, because it turns out that our one negative off the bat just turned out to be another huge positive. So we are very happy that we actually got the black body instead of the orange. So the first thing out of the box we have here are the instruction manuals. Now they give you a manual for the vehicle itself, the glow igniter, and also the engine, I believe. The instruction manual for the buggy itself is actually quite nice, really easy to follow, and yeah, it's pretty much like making a Lego thing. It's just very simple, anyone can really follow it. The engine one is pretty much just an exploded diagram, so just be prepared for that. It's, a little bit harder to follow, but of course you won't be taking it apart as much. Depends on what you really plan to be doing with your vehicle. Next up is the massive glow igniter that they supply. Now this takes the massive D batteries and will kind of make a good starter glow igniter, but you'll probably want to upgrade to a rechargeable one as soon as you can, as it'll offer more voltage, last longer, and all that jazz. Because yeah, these battery powered ones actually have a huge discharge rate, so you got to be careful about that and make sure you remove your battery every time you're done using it. But very nice that they actually supply this with the vehicle in helping you getting started right away. Underneath all that, we find the transmitter, which is a Honor HNT3. This is a 3-channel radio, and it pretty much has everything you need to get going. It has your dual rate, your trim settings. You really don't need anything more on your first vehicle here. It feels good to the touch, except the antenna is a bit flimsy for our liking, but it does have a nice look, a nice feel to the wheel and whatnot. However, the wheel does have a bit of recoil back, just so you know, but of course it is a stock transmitter and will not be top of the line quality as you may expect coming from a ready to run vehicle. Underneath the transmitter at the bottom of the box there, find a bag of small parts and extra bits and pieces, including screws and velcro and whatnot. Just anything extra you may need if you lose a piece or something. It doesn't come with too much though. You think it may also come with some body clips and whatnot, but really nothing too special there, just the odd and end. But it's nice that they actually thought to add that in anyway. Next up are the wheels and tires. Now our first impressions at that, these wheels and tires are huge. Of course, this is our very first 8th scale RC, actually our very first hobby grade RC that we've ever had, so we are very stunned at the sheer size of these wheels and tires. Of course, we had no idea that they just got bigger from there. But to get on to how they feel themselves, I mean, we've heard many times that the tires on RTR vehicles are really like throwaway out of the box, like pretty bad tires usually that you would get in an RTR. However, these just feel amazing. These are like race grade tires. They have a very nice tread pattern and have a really nice soft compound. These you could instantly take out to the track and find yourself getting some really good traction. Like, these are probably the best RTR tires that I have ever seen come with an RTR vehicle. So very happy with these wheels and tires. After that is the fuel bottle, which is a very standard fuel bottle. The stem itself is a little weird. It bends at the tip, but only very slightly, so I'm not sure the point of all that. It's pretty much a straight up stem. Would have liked it to curve a bit more. That would have been a nicer feature to add. But it is a fuel bottle nonetheless, so you don't have to buy one yourself separately. After that is the wing. Now, this is a high downforce wing, and it looks really nice. Of course, we'll put some stickers on there, but it doesn't show here in the video, but we gave it a flex test and it's extremely flexible, so that could really make a durable wing right there. So excited about that. Beneath that is the glow plug, and this is the glow plug that you have to put in the engine. It is not a spare glow plug. Keep that in mind. It is the only glow plug it comes with, and you need to remember to stick that in the engine before you can start it. Here's a closer look at the body. As you can see, it's got a very nice style in it, the black, white, and yellow. Of course, keep in mind that the protective covering is still on there, so once that's removed, it'll be much shinier. And then, of course, we'll add some decals and whatnot. Moving on to the vehicle itself, as you can see, it's fastened down by 2 giant zip ties and is covered in a protective bubble wrap. So it's in there quite good. And yeah, now we're just taking it out and gonna take a closer look. Of course, very excited, as you can see, about unboxing our very first nitro vehicle as we both carry it out together. Alrighty, so taking a closer look at the buggy itself, we come to the engine, which is the 0.28 force pull start nitro engine. Now don't let the size fool you, as it does not give you the performance as today's 0.21 race class engines. This is really just a bashing engine, and it should work great for that. I should also note that the engine sports a 3-shoe clutch system, and this is a carbon clutch system. It's made out of a different material than your standard aluminum or nylon, so unfortunately that makes it a little difficult to tell you the quality of it at this point. It's fitted with a standard air filter that should do the job quite well. And there is a hook there that it actually hooks onto, so make sure you have it stuck on the hook there before running. Next up is the receiver and battery tray. Now please note this is not a waterproof tray, but it will keep most of the dust out of it. Not all. It'll still let dust in, of course, but it should keep it quite safe in there. It does come with a battery holder that'll hold your 4 AA's for the receiver pack, which you have to provide yourself. But if you want to get the most optimal performance out of your servos, I'd recommend upgrading to the nickel metal hydride battery or even a LiPo if you have the money to. The receiver is pretty standard, as you would expect in a ready-to-run. It is a Honor HNR3. I guess it is the official pair-up with the HNT3 transmitter. There is a 3-channel receiver. It should be enough for your basic basher. The Ultra Lx2 also comes equipped with his own stock servos. Now please note what I just said there, they are stock servos. These will really not give you much performance at all. Seriously, at all. The throttle servo will probably be fine for quite a long time, as you don't really need as much torque as a steering servo. But the steering servo, like, you don't expect to take it on a track ever with that. It's just not made for that. But for those who are just really bringing it around on a baseball diamond or something like that, you probably won't notice the slowness right at the start if this is your first vehicle. You probably won't notice the slowness until much later and after seeing much faster servos. But this is definitely something you'll want to replace in the near future. It also features aluminum steering knuckles and C-hub suspension here with 16mm big bore shocks held up by aluminum shock towers. And it should be noted that the aluminum shock towers are hard-coated aluminum, as well as many other pieces in this build. Not all aluminum, but many, including the chassis, is hard-coated aluminum. Another cool feature of the LX2 is all its adjustability. So all your toe in, toe out, camber links, steering, assembly, and all that, it's all fully adjustable with all the turnbuckles situated around and where they should be. So that's quite handy. And it should also be noted that the front and rear clips also include a sway bar each, so that will help with stability and steering and whatnot. The pipe is really not much to talk about. It's just your standard stock pipe. It won't give much to the performance and is probably worth replacing within the first few years, as the zip ties could get quite annoying after a while, and replacing them after they melt and whatnot. It's best to upgrade to a standard pipe once you got a chance, so you don't have to deal with the zip ties at all. But it will do the job for now, and it will continue to do the job for as long as you want, really. You're just not going to probably be getting the most out of your engine with this pipe. It's just enough to get you going, but it's not a huge downer in the overall vehicle. Taking a look at the center diff, you'll notice it has 2 disc brakes, one on either side. That should provide ample braking power. And it should also be noted that, of course, seeing as you can see the center differential now, that the Ultra Lx2 does sport triple differentials, so that'll definitely help with the handling. And you could probably make this work for racing once you work out all the tweaks and all the downsides. In the version we got, it came with a 145cc fuel tank. Now I believe that has since been upgraded to a 150, but at the moment it was 145 for us. The fuel tubing is translucent and it could be a bit difficult to see the fuel go through if this is your first time using a nitro. The cap has a really nice spring tension to it, and it should be great for pit fills and whatnot, and just slapping it back down and getting back on the track. Here's a look at the underside before it's completely destroyed. As I said before, it includes a hard-coated aluminum chassis, and on the side you'll see it also comes with some plastic stone guards. There's also the flywheel down there for those who want to use a starter box, and yes, it does actually work on a starter box out of the box right away. You can use it on a starter box without removing anything, so it can go on a starter box and use pull start at the same time without switching out anything. It works fine. The suspension itself feels really good to the touch, and it should work for any regular people out there who don't need crazy tuning options. It should work just for about anything. You just need to use the twist dials to adjust your ride height and whatnot however you would like to drive that particular day. As you can see, it goes down quite nicely, and I believe they all are oil-filled shocks. However, it should also be noted that all the differentials are grease-filled. Keep that in mind, as some of you might want to actually just take them apart off the bat and stick some oil in so you get optimal performance. We noticed a potential issue right out of the box could be a bit of slop right there on the steering there. We believe a lot of it is due to the crappy servos and whatnot, but either way it is there, just to let you know. So you do get slop out of the box that you will have to work with. Taking a look at the sticker sheet now, you'll see it comes with plenty of stickers to decorate your body however you might like. Here are the window stickers up front here, and in behind you'll see there are numbers to paste around, and of course the name of the vehicle and brand in the back. And as you can see, this package also comes with some extra body pins, which will be handy if you ever lose one. There are also some tools included, as you will find a whole set of miniature Allen keys there to help you with just basic tune-ups and whatnot, but you'll probably want to invest in a whole standard tool set that'll give you much more torque when working with your vehicle. But all in all, this vehicle is looking really good. It's going to be great for bashing as far as we can tell, and we can't wait to get it up and running. So thank you so much for watching this RC unboxing. If you'd like to see more like this, please let us know in the comments down below and leave us a like or dislike depending on how you felt about the video. And just to let you know, we do plan to put up much more RC videos in the future, so please hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated on what we have planned. Again, my name is Jordan, and we will see you next time on OFNA Productions.